Hey, Mike, I just had a message that said unmute. Mike, can you hear me? Minerva, can you hear me?
They can hear us. The live event has started. I was saying unmute when you start because you were muted before.
Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Martin Schwab, the campus director for Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University Worldwide at the Camp Pendleton campus. It is my privilege to welcome you to the Microsoft Software Systems Academy recognition ceremony for the Oceanside Cybersecurity Administrator and the San Diego Cloud Application Developer. It is also a great pleasure to families and friends who are joining us today from different parts of the country to celebrate this special day. I would like to particularly welcome our honored guests who are with us today in the audience. Ms. Yelena Spiegelman, the Cybersecurity Site Manager from Microsoft. Mr. Tyron Flynn, the Cloud Application Developer Site Manager for Microsoft. Mr. Hamid Azul, the Cybersecurity Instructor for Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. And Mr. Dan Sullivan, the Cloud Application Developer Instructor for Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. I would now like to ask that you show your respect for the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my honor to introduce Major General Chris Cortez, who is joining us today by video messaging. Major General Cortez is the Vice President of Military Affairs at Microsoft, where he leads the company's engagement with military veterans and military families as part of its focus on inspiring and developing former service members for roles in the IT industry. Major General Cortez served for more than 33 years in the United States Marine Corps when he retired in 2004 as a Major General. He had been leading the Marine Corps' recruiting command in Quantico, Virginia, recruiting more than 75,000 men and women. Before that, he was the Director of Operations for the U.S. Pacific Command, overseeing operations for 300,000 military personnel, and he previously commanded Marines at the platoon, company, battalion, and regimental levels, including during Operation Desert Storm. Major General Cortez not only advocates for education, he also mentors others. It is something that he did in the Marine Corps and he has continued to do at Microsoft. And now to Major General Chris Cortez.
Hello, graduates. It's great to be with you. To me, being gathered virtually is a real demonstration of two important things. First, that you've all shown incredible resilience amid change as MSSA classes moved online. And secondly, that you're joining an industry that will evolve significantly through this global pandemic, as people and organizations become more and more reliant on technology. That makes your military background even more valuable. Through my 30 years of service, I've seen time and again how this community bands together when it matters most, how you step up to face adversity together. The presence of each and every one of you here today is proof of your shared contribution to that legacy. And it's that spirit of adaptability and camaraderie that will help you succeed in the next stage of your career. My own career has been a lifetime in the making. In fact, you could say it started before I was even born. In the late 1940s, two Spanish peasant farmers, Juan and Dolores Cortez, my parents, came to the United States with their 4 children. Among other jobs, they worked in the orchards of Northern California. My mom worked the night shift in an onion factory, and my dad worked as many hours as possible as a carpenter. Eventually, I came along, their first child born on US soil, followed by 2 more of my siblings. To say my parents worked hard barely scratches the surface of what they endured. They toiled through scorching summers and cold winters, driven by their ambition to give their children a life of opportunities that they did not have. They knew a better life required better education, and it became clear to me at an early age that a focus on learning would not only improve my prospects and allow me to help others, but it could also enable me to fulfill my dream of serving my country in a meaningful way. That hunger for education and passion for service ultimately inspired me to enlist in the U.S. Marines. And after 33 years as an infantry officer, those same values, plus the lessons and experiences gained in the military, led me to pursue a new career at Microsoft. As I learned firsthand, transitioning from a life in uniform is not easy. The civilian workforce is an entirely different realm with its own customs, principles, and culture. But as I also learned firsthand, veterans can succeed and thrive in the modern workforce. The skills we bring, such as problem solving, leadership, teamwork, and a mission-driven focus, are vital to companies today. But sometimes corporate decision makers and veterans and service members alike need to be reminded of what you bring to the table. That's why we started MSSA, to help equip servicemen and women like you with the tools and training you need to successfully transition to the next phase of your careers, and also to help companies understand just how valuable you are. No doubt the value you bring, especially today as the fight against COVID-19 creates new urgency to harness technology to improve how people live and work. Your skills and training from the military and MSSA have never been so critical. You represent some of the best talent our country has to offer. You have heart. You understand the value of mission. You know just how much can be accomplished swiftly, and when we come together, resourcefully. Take a moment to recognize that and let it sink in. You already have what it takes to succeed in a civilian career. So I'd like to leave you with 4 tactical tips for mastering this new terrain. Number 1, find a mentor. Hopefully you experienced from MSSA just how beneficial it is to have a mentor on your side. Such a relationship doesn't stop being important. A mentor helps you level set, check your assumptions, and learn from their experiences. Second, pursue opportunities that leverage your strengths. If you haven't already, read the book Strengths Finder and take the Strengths Finder assessment. It's well worth it, especially in terms of learning how you can best operate and collaborate in a corporate setting. Third, network, network, network. Use LinkedIn, ask for help, job leads, tips, and introductions from your connections. And don't be shy about reaching out to those you have served with in similar units or have similar backgrounds and experiences. And last, believe in yourself. Like the most rewarding challenges in life, growing your career is a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient, be persistent, and put your training to practice. Remember, you are the best recruiter. Your skills and experience will play a critical role in helping our workforce get back on its feet. Believe in that and own it. We're fortunate to live in a time when more and more companies are recognizing the incredible talent in veterans and service members coming out of the military and out of MSSA, specifically MSSA. Not only are you in demand, but your country still needs you. This is your time, and we're lucky to have you in our graduating class of 2020. I wish you all the best, and I believe in you. You can make your dreams come true. God bless each of you, and may God bless America.
Our next speaker, who is joining us today by video messaging, is Dr. John Wittret, Chancellor for Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University Worldwide. Dr. Wittret provides leadership and strategic direction and fosters growth, maintains academic integrity, and promotes efficient operations for the worldwide headquarters in Daytona Beach, Florida, and the over 130 campus locations worldwide. Under his leadership, the worldwide campus, which serves more than 23,000 students annually, has earned the top 2 ranks in the country by U.S. News and World Report for best online bachelor's program and has held the rank in the top 5 for the last 7 years. Dr. Wittret is active with the organizations both nationally and internationally, serving as chairman of the board of directors for Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University Asia in Singapore, and as an appointed board member and chair of the University of Florida Online Advisory Board, as an elected member of the Flight Safety Foundation Board of Governors, and as a board member for the Aerospace Alliance. He is also a fellow of the Royal Aeronautical Society and has been a featured speaker and panelist at several national and international conferences. He is a licensed private pilot and he a PhD, Masters of Science in Mathematics from both Texas A&M University and a bachelor's degree with honors from ERAU University in Edinburgh, Scotland. And now to Dr. John Wittret.
Congratulations, MSSA graduates. It's great to be sharing this special day with you, your family, and your friends. Although I'm not able to be with you in person, to recognize your achievements, I want to tell you how especially proud we are of you all. Every MSSA graduate in every cohort works hard to earn the MSSA diploma. But we are especially proud of you. I commend each and every one of you for your motivation, your hard work, and your resiliency during these challenging times. You have successfully navigated these uncertain times together as virtual teams. You have demonstrated agility and you have achieved the goals you set out to achieve. All these attributes are key to your success. As you transition out of the military into the civilian world, remember that your military training has provided you with invaluable career skills such as self-discipline, teamwork, communication skills, and the ability to analyze risk. All key attributes valued in technology-related industries. Your days in uniform may be numbered, but your contributions to our country's high-tech economy are just getting started. One of the stories I enjoy sharing involves a young soldier who learned some important skills while serving as a combat engineer at Fort Carson. He had to overcome some challenges, but never gave up. He completed the MSSA program and found a well-paying position close to his home back here in Florida. Now, by all accounts, this young soldier's transition went very well. What makes this young soldier's story one that I really enjoy sharing is that even though he had a good job, he didn't stop learning. Within just a few short years, he completed not only the MSSA program, but also his bachelor's degree and is now working on his master's in information security and assurance, all with Embry-Riddle. He now has a position as a systems engineer in Washington, D.C. When asked why he decided to keep continuing with his education, he stated that each year billions of dollars are lost due to cybercrime, and he wanted to be part of the solution to this problem. Remember that learning is not a destination, it's a lifelong journey. We are proud when you display your Embry-Riddle credentials, but lifelong learning is more than just displaying a diploma on a wall. It is also about the future you plan to create for yourself, for your families, and for our communities. We are experiencing history in this moment, a history that will be talked about for decades, a history that will reshape all of our lives in some way or the other. How we respond and become part of the way forward will define our future for many years to come. My advice to you, continue to be agile, continue to be resilient, become a lifelong learner, and use your knowledge and your skills in such a way that helps create the future we all want to be proud of. Thank you for committing your time and to the MSSA program. We are proud of you. We are proud to call you Eagles. Congratulations to all the MSSA graduates, and my very best wishes for a bright future. Congratulations.
Our next speaker, who is joining us today by video messaging, is Mr. Naji Shakir, who will speak to you on behalf of the Cybersecurity Administrator students. And now to Naji.
Last year, summer 2019, maybe before then, I was introduced to MSSA by a group of students in a smoke pit. They didn't have on camis, but I knew they looked like military members. So like anybody who's ever been to the smoke pit, you strike up a conversation. And I asked them what they were doing here. And they started telling me that they were in MSSA, that they were learning Python, that they were learning to build domain controllers, and instantly my ears went up. My eyes lit up like a light bulb. What was MSSA? Who was this? Like, what were they teaching? What did I have to give up to join? Later on, I would find out that it would be a very hard process to get into the course, but well worth it. As a Linux guy, MSSA has provided me with not just the basics of software administration, but also security, to be able to build, secure, and maintain remediation frameworks, understanding GPOs, understanding how those Windows components really fit into the overall security structure. I've been through at least 10 interviews before MSSA, and I've already had a resume established. However, while this has always worked for me and my resume has always got me the job, I knew that I was in need of some loving. We had a team of volunteers from around the world, to Korea, to Reston, Virginia, to Seattle, Washington, to some undisclosed locations that were devoted to us, to make sure that we were technically and socially fit. I don't want to say softly fit, right? Socially fit. I won't say that I was ever shy around people, but I would also say that I couldn't sell water to a whale. There were parts of my approach that I've never been coached on, like making a digital brand, finding strategies to keep my resume relevant in concurrence with how management and their employers will see me. Now, I knew the employee piece. Keep your resume updated, keep your items in chronological order, but I was never really privy to how employers see us and how management and talent seekers really look for their people. Last but not least, as a class, we have we have obtained over 50 industry certifications ranging from AZ900 to eLearns, beginning penetration testing, SET Plus, CISSP, and CASP. Now, while that's not offered as part of the course, we as a class came together because that's the last thing in order, is that lifelong professional development network. We worked together, we became a team, and steel sharpened steel. 6 of us that I know will be moving directly on to SANS after this. 10 of us are very proficient in Python, and not like, hey, what is a function? What is a for loop? But actually somebody that you can depend on for knowledge. And I feel more than confident as I move into my next role to work with the federal government that I would hire these individuals from this course. Thank you for your time.
Our next speaker, who is joining us today by video messaging, is Mr. Timothy Wiggle, who will speak to you on behalf of the Cloud Application Developer students. And now to Timothy.
Fellow MSSA graduates and guests, and thank you for coming today. My name is Tim, and I have the honor of speaking on behalf of SDA today. For the
I can't hear. I can't hear you.
I happened to be at Camp Pendleton for a networking course and had the opportunity to speak to a prior site manager of the server and cloud administration cohort, Steve Wozniak. He told me about the MSSA program and how it is a great path to get into the software development field. After speaking to him, I decided to take the required MTA exam and signed up for the cloud application development cohort at the beginning of the year. MSSA has expanded my knowledge of software development and opened doors for me that in the past seemed like they were far in my future. But enough about me. This graduation is not about me, but is about the great class of SDA as a whole. When I first heard that this cohort was going to be virtual, I envisioned it being a repeat of my time creating programs in college, sitting at my computer for hours, struggling to find a solution to a bug online. However, I'm happy to say I could not have been more wrong. The individuals in my class are the reason that this virtual environment was not a slow struggle towards understanding. The class quickly came together as a whole and worked to help each other every step of the way. In the first weeks, even though we had a group meet, Roscoe created a Discord channel for all of us to be a part of, and it immediately became a place for us to get to know each other and work together. Whenever someone had an issue, they could post in our chat, and within minutes, someone who could help would either give them advice or start a screen share session to walk them through the process. Our class quickly became one not of just colleagues, but friendships. I, likely as others, did not only talk to my fellow classmates after class about the task at hand, but also about life in general. I've had the honor of meeting great people that I am now proud to call my friends. Our past 19 weeks were not a walk in the park, but ones of many assignments and a large volume of knowledge coming at us. As Carl would say, this course is not a fire hose of information at us, but 3 fire hoses all on full blast aimed at us. And for my fellow students, I applaud you for making it to this point. Many of you not only completed all the necessary assignments, but also took care of families and other responsibilities. Each individual in my cohort was special in their own way. I could always count on Richard to be there whenever I needed help, or to stay up with me till 11 when we found a challenging algorithm that we just had to complete. Cody is a master of instantly befriending everyone he meets. Gus was often our savior, willing to answer any question that the rest of us either did not hear or simply did not know the answer to. And I could always count on Jacob to send funny memes or GIFs whenever we were stressed out about the assignments at hand, and it instantly boosted our morale. I could go on and on about each one of my fellow students, but in the sake of time, I want each of you to know that you all in some way either helped me or a fellow classmate get through this cohort. I could not speak here today and not also address the staff of MSSA. Carolyn and Rebecca were some of the first people we spoke to and ensured that we were able to attend this cohort and also didn't have our commands calling us about where we were. Ty was there to mentor us on our job search and was always there to give us advice. I knew that if I came to him, he would give me an honest answer that was in my best interest, and this is something that I think is invaluable. Dan was there to lead us on the technical side of things and always kept us on our toes with assignments. We also had individuals from outside our direct cohort help us, such as Lee Marine and Dan Shoemake. In addition to this, Microsoft employees volunteered their own time to mentor us and help us prepare for interviews, and also gave us advice on the IT field as a whole. All these individuals made it possible for us to get to this point and helped us to maximize our success. I wish all of my fellow graduates success in their future endeavors, and I know that you will be successful. If there's anything I can do in the future to help you, please reach out to me and I will do whatever I can. Lastly, SDA, when you are all in your future roles, continuing to learn more each day, don't forget about tacos and how they were a key part of your learning adventure.
It is now time to present the letters of recognitions to our students. This recognition represents months of consistent work, diligence, and effort. Ms. Minerva Viale, Associate Director for the Camp Pendleton campus, will be reading the names.
Oscar Ababio. Oscar served in the United States Marine Corps for 5 years. He served as an aviation safety equipment technician and rose to the position of a supervisor. Oscar is currently enrolled with Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University and is looking for employment opportunities. Angel Acosta. Angel served in the United States Marine Corps from 2016 to 2020. Angel served as a 7011 Expeditionary Airfield Technician. He will be pursuing a BS in Computer Science at Long Beach City College following the cohort. Carl Atherton. Carl served in the United States Marine Corps for 20 years and served as a combat photographer. His career culminates as a communications strategy and operations chief. Carl is currently attending Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University and is seeking employment in the IT sector. Johansson Bombays. Joe served as a combat engineer with First CEB for 4 years. He has received employment opportunity with Perspecta and builds custom mechanical keyboards. Shayla Bowie. Shayla served in the United States Marine Corps for 5 years. She has worked as an intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance systems engineer, as well as a special security representative. After graduating the MSSA program with Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, she will be continuing to complete her bachelor's degree in computer science and has received employment opportunity with Parsons. Anthony Calderon. Anthony served in the United States Marine Corps for 4 years, providing networking and system services for multiple users across multiple sites. Anthony is now a systems administrator in Irvine, California. He is currently pursuing his degree in computer science with the goal to then pursue his PhD. Jessica Campbell. Jessie served in the United States Coast Guard for 4 years, working for the Intelligence Division. After her time in the Coast Guard, she worked as a civilian for the Navy in the Security Department. Jessie is enjoying her time as a student and searching for careers. She enjoys puzzles, embroidery, and exploring her new home state, Oregon. She is currently awaiting employment opportunities with Microsoft. Daniel Carmichael. Dan served in the United States Army for 20 years. For the past 10 years, he served as a civil affairs specialist, supporting missions in Nigeria, Niger, Mauritania, Mali, Chad, Cameroon, Senegal, Afghanistan, and Germany. Dan is retiring as a Sergeant First Class, looking to continue to support the mission by seeking employment in different contracting as a cybersecurity analyst. Gustavo Carrillo. Gustavo served 4.5 years in the United States Marine Corps. He served as a combat engineer for the 3rd Combat Engineer Battalion in 29 Palms, California. He is currently looking to continue his education with Embry-Riddle and interviewing for management roles at mortgage companies. Connie Chavez. Connie is an active duty Marine and will have served for 4 years when she transitions out in December. She was an aviation maintenance data specialist. She has no employment lined up after she transitions out, but her plan is to attend a data science boot camp and has contingency plans set in place to be successful. Cody Chester. Cody served in the United States Marine Corps for 6 years, serving as an electro-optical ordnance repairer for 5 years and a tank commander in the reserves for a year. Cody is currently a student transitioning into software engineering and pursuing opportunities with major tech and defense companies. Trey Davis. Trey served for 4 years and 5 months in the United States Marine Corps. He served as a tactical transmissions operator as well as a martial arts instructor. Trey is currently pursuing his degree in computer science. Ryan Drain. Ryan served in the United States Marine Corps for 5 years as an aviation electrician. He earned the rank of sergeant and obtained his collateral duty inspector qualification. Ryan is currently going to school to advance his career. Edwin Garcia. Edwin served the United States Marine Corps for 5 years as an aviation quality assurance. He plans to continue his education at Cal State University San Marcos and is seeking full-time employment. Fernando Garcia. Fernando served the United States Marine Corps for 4 years as an airfield systems technician, supporting the military aviation community. Fernando is actively seeking a meaningful career in IT and will be pursuing a bachelor's degree in information technology. Jesus Garabay. Jesus served in the United States Marine Corps for 7 years as a supply administration and operations specialist. He is currently an operations specialist at MCI West G4. Jesus is currently attending Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University and has received employment opportunity at Algonac as a warehouse manager. Caleb Griffin. Caleb served in the United States Marine Corps for 8 years, serving as a data network specialist and a cyber systems operator for 1st Battalion, 1st Marines, and 1st Marine Corps Communication Electronics School. Caleb is currently working for Ryan Consulting Group as a system engineer. John Henderson. John served in the United States Marine Corps for 5 years. He served in several capacities, culminating as a corporal working in tactical signal intelligence. John is currently attending Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University and is currently looking for employment as a penetration tester. Steve Hernandez. Steve served in the United States Marine Corps for 5 years. He served in multiple roles to finish as the 3rd Marine Expeditionary Force Information Management Officer in Okinawa, Japan. Steve is currently working with Microsoft to find meaningful career placement in the Las Vegas area. Jason Horvath. Jason served 6 years in the United States Army. He was a sergeant and served as a battalion artist. Currently a student with ERAU, he hopes to work in the IT field in a government position. Jacob Jones. Jacob served in the United States Marine Corps for 5 years. He served as an AUH-1 helicopter airframe mechanic, as well as an aviation quality assurance representative inspector for his final 2 years of service. Jacob is currently a student transitioning into the software engineering field and is pursuing opportunities with major technology companies. Jeffrey Kimball. Jeffrey served in the Marine Corps for 22 years. He served as a communication specialist and served as a counterintelligence human intelligence specialist, serving multiple tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. Jeffrey is transitioning into the IT field and is excited about the opportunities MSSA has provided. Philip Kohler. Philip served in the United States Marine Corps for 4 years. He served as a machine gunner team leader. He plans to continue his education in IT following the end of the cohort. Kimmy Lee. Kimmy served in the United States Marine Corps for 4 years. She served in many cross-functional roles in different tactical environments. Kimmy is currently attending Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University for her MSSA cybersecurity certification and is going to continue her career at Orange Coast College. Richard Lee. Richard served in the United States Army for 11 years. He served in several capacities, culminated as a staff sergeant working as the aircraft production control supervisor. Richard is currently attending Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University and is still considering offers. Roscoe Matthews Tavit. Roscoe served in the United States Marine Corps for 9 years, serving as an infantryman and ending his time in service as a ground sensor team leader. Roscoe is currently pursuing his bachelor's degree in computer science at Southern New Hampshire University. Alejandro Mayorga. Alejandro served in the United States Marine Corps for 5 years as a combat engineer. Before leaving the service, he was also a platoon sergeant and an instructor for humanitarian mine action. Alejandro is now continuing his education to complete his bachelor's degree in computer science. Brandon Meneses. Brandon served in the United States Marine Corps for 5+ years. He was a former sergeant and works as an aviation technician. Brandon is currently enrolled at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University and is going to pursue his bachelor's degree in cybersecurity. Mitchell Miller. Mitch served in the United States Navy for 7 years. He served as the premier Seahawk weapons and tactics instructor for Helicopter Maritime Strike Squadron 60. Mitch is currently planning a 6-month trek along the Pacific Crest Trail, after which he will attend the University of Hawaii to attend a degree in computer science. Robert Montez. Robert served in the Marine Corps for over 7 years. He served as a food service specialist and quality assurance manager. Robert is excited to transition from MSSA and pursue a degree in IT. Lisandro Moreno. Lisandro served in the United States Marine Corps for 5 years. He has deployed multiple times to the Asian Pacific region with the 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit. He was reassigned to Electronic Maintenance Company, where he performed the duties of a quality control representative and as a team leader for the 1st Quad Radio Platoon. Lisandro is currently attending Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University to pursue his bachelor's in information management. Jenny Moon. Jenny served in the United States Navy as a hospital corpsman. She worked in the Naval Medical Center Portsmouth, taking care of patients in a surgery nursing unit. She is currently seeking new educational and opportunities in software development. Brandon Murphy. Brandon has served in the United States Navy for 4 years. He has enjoyed his service and is ready for the next chapter in his life. Brandon is working towards his bachelor's degree and actively searching for employment. Kyle Parks. Kyle served in the United States Marine Corps for 5 years. He served as a sergeant working as a system admin. Kyle will be attending Wichita State University and has received employment opportunity at NMGI. John Peel. John served in the United States Air Force for 14 years. He served in several capacities, including a telecommunications engineer, but started out as an aircraft maintainer. John is currently attending Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University and has received employment at Bowhead. David Perez. David served in the United States Marine Corps for 8.5 years. He served as a Marine Air Ground Task Force planner for the 1st Marine Division, 1st Marine Logistics Group, and Marine Corps Forces Pacific. David is currently pursuing his bachelor's degree with American Military University and is considering software engineering roles in Southern California. Alejandro Riegoza. Alex served 7 years in the United States Air Force and held position as a firefighter, client systems technician, and IT asset manager. Thanks to the Microsoft Software and Systems Academy, he has found his passion for cloud computing and fully intends on pursuing a career as a cloud administrator. Kevin Rogers. Kevin served in the United States Air Force for 4 years doing cybersecurity work. He specialized in information assurance and communication security. Kevin is currently attending classes through Western Governors University and has received employment opportunity at Microsoft. Joseph Santry. Joseph served 3.5 years in the United States Army. He worked in human intelligence. He plans to work with Accenture following the cohort. Naji Shakir. Naji served in the United States Marine Corps for 8 years. He served in several capacities, culminated as a staff sergeant, working as an instructor for the schoolhouse. Naji is currently attending Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University and has received employment opportunities. Jose Sisson. Jose served in the United States Marine Corps for 8 years. He served in several leadership positions, including as the lead electrician, platoon, and operations chief. Jose is planning on becoming a software engineer. Taylor Sizemore. Taylor served in the United States Marine Corps for 10 years. He served in several roles, culminated as a staff sergeant, working as a maintenance supervisor in 2nd Maintenance Battalion. Taylor is currently working on his bachelor's degree in cybersecurity at Liberty University and plans to start his master's degree program in the fall of 2021. Taylor has received and accepted employment opportunity at Leidos, working as a cyber defense analyst. Samuel Thompson. Samuel served 4 years in the Marine Corps as a combat engineer. He is currently a student and is planning on continuing his education following the cohort. Cameron Underwood. Cameron served in the United States Marine Corps for 5 years. He served in several capacities, culminated as a sergeant, serving as a technical controller and network engineer in the communications field. Cameron is currently working with Booz Allen Hamilton as a network engineer, senior consultant. Radcliffe Walters. Radcliffe served in the United States Marine Corps for 12 years. He served in several capacities in various overseas locations, culminated as an aircraft rescue firefighter working as a training chief. Radcliffe is currently attending Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University and has received employment opportunity at Microsoft. Justin Wasden. Justin served in the United States Marine Corps for 9 years, working his way from an entry-level network administrator position to that of a network engineer. He will be starting a cybersecurity master's program in January and has accepted a senior network engineer position at Booz Allen Hamilton in San Diego. Timothy Weigel. Tim served 5 years in the United States Marine Corps. His primary role within the Marines was an intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance systems engineer. He is currently attending Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University and is considering offers after his transitions out of the Marines. Joseph Zito. Joseph served in the United States Marine Corps for 5 years. While serving, he continued pursuing his educational goals and will soon be graduating with a bachelor's degree in information sciences and technology from Penn State University.
Thank you, Ms. Viale. Congratulations to all of our recognized students. Please join me in giving them a hand for this outstanding achievement. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our virtual recognition ceremony. Have a great day, and to our students, a bright and happy future.